You should be able to see my screen now. So, so today I'll be talking about the Green Society. Our slogan is Embrace Green, Inspire Change, and we really do believe in this. So let's get started. So our mission is um, our organization is often known as TGS. We like to call it TGS for short, is a government registered and student-led nonprofit organization founded in 2022, so just a year ago by myself. And we're essentially dedicated to spreading environmental awareness and incentivizing action through our free workshops, which we call hashtag the climate classroom and annual environmental writing contests. And both of these events are held on the international scale with participants from over 5 different countries. So we have a very big impact, which I'll also go into later. So our objectives are free environmental workshops. We aim to educate young students about our world's many environmental issues that typically would not be taught in the traditional school curricula. So we try to center these topics of the environment around certain things that teachers do not teach in the school curriculum, because even though students do learn a bit about climate change and things like that within the school curriculum, we try to go more in depth and do certain topics that are not typically taught. So we also aim to connect students internationally, as all of our programs are offered on the international scale, and we do have students internationally. And we also inspire students, of course, to create change within their own communities. Similarly, our annual environmental writing contests are a way for students to sort of practice what they've learned from our workshops or from what they've learned just in general in school or wherever they might be. And for the environmental writing contest, we aim to provide students with the opportunity to apply their knowledge of the environment in a more creative way, specifically climate fiction. Climate fiction is a genre of basically writing that targets climate change and combines climate change and fiction and how the world might change in the future, how we might see it develop in the future. And this will improve students' creative writing skills. On the other hand, we also provide students with the opportunity to potentially propose their own solutions to our world's environmental issues. And this will help to improve students' critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Once again, this is offered on the international scale, and we have many international students, so we also connect students in that way. And finally, once again, we inspire students to create change within their own communities from the articles that they write and the pieces that they create through this contest. Now let's look at some of the obstacles and approaches that we faced in the past year. So our members and resources. I am the founder and president of TGS, and I started off alone last year. So since then, I've been recruiting a team of environmentalists, educators, and designers who share a similar passion as myself towards environmental activism. And I do have a few qualifications that allow me to further expand TGS's global impact. Specifically, the reason why I chose to do a writing contest is because just a year ago, I received a finalist and honorable mention from the New York Times 9th Annual Student Editorial Contest, which inspired me greatly to start this writing contest because after that, I realized how important writing is and how big of a change it can create. I'm also a semi-finalist of the 2023 Climate Science Olympiad, and many of my fellow team members are also semi-finalists or even finalists. I'm also running numerous other educational and environmental organizations, giving me the connections and expertise to expand TGS. I'm a co-founder of an educational organization which we're partnering with to expand the student base, and also the Starfish Canada, which a few of our members are applying to win an award there, which will allow us to further expand the impact as well. I'm also leading some environmental clubs, which is why this is an environmental organization, and working on a few research projects regarding climate science and environmental engineering. We've definitely faced quite a few challenges here. So many schools were shut down during the COVID-19 pandemic, which definitely impacted our recruitment and slowed it down by a lot, as well as meaning everything had to be done virtually. Also, because our environmental writing contest is being held on the international level, we had some difficulty communicating with some of the international students last year, especially in terms of timing. And last year, I was the only one running TGS and therefore had to invest significant time and effort into the organization. And we had a much smaller global impact because it was just myself. But fortunately, this year we have already expanded to a team of over 20 motivated students and are hoping to further enhance our team, which is the main reason why I'm here today. So hopefully these QR codes work, but on the left QR code is for our website, the middle one is our Instagram, and the right one is our sign up form. And our environmental workshops, which is the hashtag the climate classroom, are developed by finalists of the Climate Science Olympiad. So if you the link, we have a link here, but obviously you can't click on it. But if you search up the Climate Science Olympiad, this is one of the most prestigious climate science competitions in the world, which is why we believe that because we have finalists developing these workshops, they're going to be the top quality. And of course, they're inspired by the courses offered on the Climate Science website, which is the website that runs the Climate Science Olympiad. So since 2022, we have recruited a team of over 20 motivated high school students split into 4 different departments. We have marketing, education, outreach, and funding. And our first annual environmental writing contest was earlier this year and was a huge success. We received approximately $1,000 in funding, and our judging panel consisted of 3 members of the Starfish Canada's editorial leadership team, which is one of our partner organizations, a Pulitzer Prize winning American novelist, definitely the most notable judge we had, and the author was Jane Smiley, if you want to search her up, and a few other high school teachers from a variety of schools. And we received just over 40 submissions internationally, which we think is a pretty good start, and we're definitely hoping to increase these numbers this year. So this year, we've already received $200 in funding for being the most popular organization at the LAL Club Fair, which we're very thankful for. And we've also applied to the IDE Action Global Pitch Competition, along with some other funding opportunities. Some impacts that we had. So we plan to use our acquired funds in a variety of ways. We're going to use them, of course, for the environmental writing contest prizes because this is definitely a primary motivation for students to join and learn more about the environment at the same time. Donations, of course, to a variety of environmental funds and charities, including the Nature Conservancy of Canada and the World Wildlife Fund. Investments into some green tech companies, although this is definitely a long-term goal, and we're getting some more business members joining our team and inviting some guest speakers for our workshops, which will differentiate us from other similar organizations. So our environmental workshops are new this year, but we've already also achieved some successes. So our curriculum, once again, is developed by finalists of the Climate Science Olympiad, meaning they're definitely top quality. We already have over 50 international students interested, and I think this number is definitely growing. And all environmental workshops, of course, are free of charge, allowing them to be accessed by almost everyone. We are partnering with 6 different organizations currently, and I'll go into more detail in Future of Growth. So we're working on advertising our organization in order to recruit more members and potential participants, of course, which is the primary reason why I'm here today. We're planning to host our 2nd annual writing contest early next year. We're also working to increase the number of chapters by recruiting more chapter leaders. And right now we just have chapter leaders from our partner organizations, and we're hoping to increase the number of chapter leaders, not just from our partner organizations. And in the future, we're hoping to partner with even more organizations than the ones seen on the previous slide, such as Google for Nonprofits, some other environmental organizations and schools, as well as Toronto District School Board. And we're also hoping to get some of these partner organizations to potentially sponsor our programs, which will increase our credibility. And finally, we plan to invite some guest speakers, which I talked about before, to our environmental workshops in order to differentiate ourselves from other similar organizations. So in conclusion, we are obviously dedicated to spreading environmental awareness and incentivizing environmental action through our free workshops, which is the Climate Classroom, and our annual environmental writing contest, which allows students to improve their writing skills and critical thinking skills. So if you're truly passionate about making a difference, and there are many ways to get involved with TGS. You can certainly apply for TGS, and I'll display the QR code on the next slide. You can establish a TGS chapter in your school or community, or you can donate to TGS. So here is the QR code for the sign-up link, which is also on this slide. So the one on the left is the website, the middle is the Instagram, and the one on the right is the sign-up form. And thank you for listening.